and I wanted to do a guide on Skotizo. And there's a lot to talk about in this guide, so I want to go ahead and talk about how you get totem pieces and ancient shards. So let's go ahead and look at my bank real quickly to see what I'm talking about. So I've got 4 totems at the moment in my bank right here. It's a dark totem, and I've got 0 shards, but they're all into my arc light. You're probably like, well, what the heck is that? So here we're going to go into more depth, and I'm going to tell you how to get totem pieces to make the totem, ancient shards to use, and get an arc light. To get an arc light, you need a dark light, which is from the quest Shadow of the Storm, or the silver light, which you get from doing Demon Slayer. So basically, you need to complete one of those quests. And once you get 3 ancient shards, you can use that on a dark or silver light, and it'll give you an arc light. An arc light is extremely powerful against demons, and is probably equivalent to a tentacle whip, and it requires 78 attack to wield. You get those ancient shards by doing Slayer task in the catacombs. Now, you don't need to be on task, but I don't see any other reason why you want to be down in the catacombs in Korin if, you know, you're not on task. In the catacombs, you also get totem pieces. There's 3 totem pieces: the base, the middle, and then the top. And the top I don't have as a placeholder. You put those together and you'll get a totem piece. So I want to keep that clear. And I will show you where you need to go for the catacombs to get these piece drops. I'll show you on the map, and then I'll go there in person. So we're here in Zaya, and basically in the middle of Zaya there's this kingdom of Great Korin, and there's this dungeon. That's the catacombs, and you can look up what is all in the catacombs. A lot of times it's Slayer monsters, okay? And I'm going to show you how to kill Skotizo. You are going to need an arc light. You don't have to, but the reality of it is that there's 4 altars, and you can one-hit those altars with an arc light. And you will see that later in this video. So let's go ahead and just get all the totems out and see what we can do here. So in order to kill Skotizo, you're going to want the best gear you can have, but you also need to be cautious because it is an instance. And if it's an instance, that means that if you die, you will lose everything. You can't go back and get it. Everything will be lost, and therefore it's kind of risky. So you need to be aware of that and take that into major consideration. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm taking out Carol's. You want to use Carol's because it's got a high magic defense. That is just what is recommended for Skotizo. Do you need Carol's? Probably not, but you need either D-Hide or something that has a higher magic defense. This is the outfit that I go with. I bring my Slayer helm. Now, you don't need a Slayer helm. The only reason why I recommend that is if you're on task, you'll hit 15% more accuracy and 15% more damage. And you can kill Skotizo on a Greater Demon task, I believe. A Greater Demon task, correct. I'm not on task, so we're going to go ahead and not use the Slayer helm. We're going to use something a little bit more substantial, like the Varix helm. Okay, and also for Skotizo, you're going to want some super energies or staminas. I suggest bringing a stamina and an energy pot. It's completely up to you. Another thing is we're going to want some super attack, strength, and defenses, or a combat potion. I'm an Iron Man, so I can't make super combats, so we're not going to be having super combats today. Another thing is you want an emergency teleport out. So if you want a Ring of Life, that's fine. I don't think Skotizo is too difficult of a boss to worry about that, but you could lag out and the Ring of Life could save you. As a hardcore Iron Man, make sure that you have extremely great internet before doing all of this. Okay, we're going to bring sharks, and it's going to look good like that. You're going to want to use the arc light. Special attack, because what the arc light does is that against demons like Skotizo, it subtracts their strength, attack, and defense by 50%, okay, or by, I'm sorry, 10%. and that is significant. And it also does more damage, okay? So now that you've got everything that you need, so I'm sorry, you need prayer potions too. I wasn't really clear on that. Dang, I'm low on prayer potions. So this is what I'm going to bring. Probably shouldn't bring all the totems, but I'm just going to anyway because I'm going to continue doing Skotizo over and over and just get this all done with. So once again, this is my gear setup. You can put a ring of life instead there. You don't need to bring an amulet of fury if you're really concerned about dying. So I have a Korin teleport in my house. You can make one. You can unlock the Korin teleport by getting teleportations and incantations, which is a book that you read from the Great Korin Library. You have to find it, read it, and it'll unlock the teleport, and then you can put it in your house. Otherwise, you're going to have to take the boat to Zeah and walk to the center of Zeah, and there's going to be this statue. You're going to investigate the statue, and that's how you're going to get in this dungeon. All the monsters and everything in this dungeon will drop totem pieces and shards. The higher the level the monster is, the more likely it will drop it. And if you get a superior Slayer monster, which is highly recommended why you do Slayer in these dungeons, is because you are guaranteed a totem piece drop from a superior Slayer monster. How do you get a superior Slayer monster? You unlock it for 100 points from your Slayer master. Okay, so what you're going to do is make sure that your internet is really good. So walk around a little bit, all good. And you're going to use the totem on the altar. It's what? I'm really confused. Why is it not working? Okay, there we go. Sorry, I don't know why that wasn't working. It says you will lose all items if you die because it's an instance. I know. You're aware of it. You know that all the items will be dropped and lost. That's just a risk you're going to have to take. Go ahead and teleport Mage, because he's over here. And when you get closer to him, you're going to teleport Melee. Well, there you go. And I forgot to pot up, but you want to do that too. And you're going to put a lot of damage in him in the beginning. Go ahead and use your specs. When the altars come up, basically you're going to want to take down those altars, and the arc light will one-hit them. If you're not having an arc light, you will not be wanting hitting them. Now, the reason why you wanted that mage gear is because you're protecting melee, and he's mage hitting you. That's why you wanted something that protected a lot against mage. So when you walk away to kill these altars, make sure you're protecting Mage because you're no longer near him for a melee attack. And there's also a couple more altars up. You can suffice with one altar up. When you start getting more than one altar up, you're going to want to take these down. And it's great because the arc light just hits them really nicely. And you're going to be protecting Mage when you're away from him. Don't forget that. Go ahead and drink your stamina too because you're going to be running around and taking care of these altars. Basically, these altars make him less likely to be hit from you. Okay, you want to switch back to melee when you're near him. Skotizo is relatively easy. Down here, oh gosh, another thing that I wasn't really clear on is that he does drop hard clues. So if you have any hard clues in the bank, you should have done them prior to coming to Skotizo. I didn't even think about it. But he will always drop a hard clue. So definitely do your hard clues before coming to Skotizo. I want to make that very clear. I didn't, so he's not going to be dropping a hard clue for me today. But I'm going to go back and do my hard clue and then come back for my other totem drops. Down here, we have some, he makes these little minions come out. Okay. And, we're coming through here, protect melee. We're going to take down this other totem. Also, I wasn't using Piety, but you want to do that too. Piety makes you hit 25% stronger. It's just really nice. I don't know why I'm protecting Mage, but he's a pretty easy boss. I would recommend 90 combat up. If you're a hardcore Iron Man, go ahead and do it 100 combat up, just because that little oomph helps you, and it's kind of risky. So, yeah, I've got 88 strength, 86 attack, and I'm going on 86 defense. So that gives you kind of an idea of what my stats are. And like I said, you do want to use a Slayer Helm if you're on a Greater Demon task while doing these. You hit 15% harder, which is awesome. So there's no reason really not to do it. And go ahead and use your special attack at any time you can. Do your hard clues before coming to Skotizo. And make sure that if there's more than one altar up, you definitely want to take those altars down. Because, yeah, you're going to have a hard time hitting him, basically. So we're going to go ahead and go take care of those altars now. We only have one up currently. Oh, okay, it's in the other direction. But, yeah, he's not too bad. Where is this altar up? Here it is. Okay. So we're going to go take care of this altar now. Well, he died. Well, you kind of saw what I was showing there. He's a 1 in 60 chance of getting a pet drop, so that's always really nice. He drops 150 mahogany planks, and he'll drop ancient shards to charge your arc light, so that's always really nice. And I hope y'all really enjoyed this video and helped you understand how to do Skotizo. He's pretty he's not too difficult, but he's got great drops. I mean, this drop alone was a 308k drop. That was actually one of his better drops on the drop table. So you're always pretty much guaranteed about 80k at the lowest. I really hope y'all enjoyed this video, and go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you it helps you out. And if you're interested in more RuneScape videos like this, subscribe to my channel. I also do Iron Man guides. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a good one.